Hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is the HPS watch list for the week of November, what is it going to be, 12th? 10, 11, 12, yes. And happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. A big salute to you guys and girls. We're going to just start off fast. And I have so much work to do tonight. I'm trying to get these videos out earlier in the weekend so you can do your own research with them. But I have a great watch list for you. Last week's watch list really kicked butt, and trading today, as we do on Fridays, RPM did a great job, and I was in the back end of things in the chat room with you guys, posting charts, taking trades, and we really crushed it today. I think we did a great job. We had 10 points. We actually had 14 points on Apple today. Great setups. I mean, a little breaking news for those people who might have left for the weekend and stuff. We've been buying up Celligene. It's a high probability setup. It's going to be on this week's watch list. But the last 2 days, I've been saying this is a great setup. We've traded it. If you're in it, you're going to be very happy. It came out with some nice phase 3 results after the close on Friday. I expected to gap up 4, maybe 5 points on Monday. You should be very happy with that. So if you do get this and you're holding the Celligene, I think you'll have a nice smile on your face right now. And I just want to go over actually some of the features of the back end. Lots of times, we have newer members saying there's so much that you offer and so much that you do. How do I get around your sites? There's so much. And I just want to do a fast little review of that. Again, if you're on the outside of the site, not signed in as a member, you of course just see the video screen. You see my course updates on the site. And again, a couple ads here. SureTrade, a very important broker that we use. And definitely, if you are starting out trading and stuff, definitely consider them. They are an excellent broker because of they get around the pattern day trading rule, and that is a major, hang up for newer traders out there. But not to talk too much about that, we just want to show you what's on the back end. And the back end here, as we click in as a member, you'll see that it's back up. You'll see the video running here, a larger video screen, but you'll have a series of buttons down here, and these are the membership premium buttons. And the HPS site is really the key and the core that I trade off of. It's a methodology that I've been working on for years, and it has it stands for high probability setups. And there's plenty of videos out there. There's hundreds of videos out there. I'm not going to go into that. We're just going to show you how to use the site. Not to forget to use those buttons. This is for some of the newer listeners out there, newer members. Don't forget, this is where you're going to get the high probability subs. You're going to see the video, but then each stock is going to be listed in here. And when you get a stock listed in here, you get to click on it. What happens is the back end. You go back here. You'll see a green, gold, and red possible button being turned on. When the high probability setup gets entered into the system, it's usually watching for an entry. And when it gets triggered into the entry, you'll get an alert. An email will go out saying BGG has hit the buy trigger zone on this stock, which you'll see on the video, and you'll see on this thing, or you'll get an example of what it looks like. I color code it. I get a buy trigger as a breakout here, and on the video I'll be talking. This was actually a hurricane stock from last week, and the gold represents where we're looking for the target to hit, and you can see it actually gapped up into that level. So it actually gapped over the trigger, and that's why it was, and actually it did hit that. It did hit that, but some cases you get those gap ups, and those are hard. But the other ones are very good, very standard setups. These are all based off the high probability methodology, and that really represents a combination of stochastics, which is the main thing, underlying or trend lines, general trend lines, which represent pivot areas being tagged multiple times with a line, which is very mathematical and very scientific. And that's why I love it so much, because there is things behind here which we all know that the machines now are actively involved in the market. So when you see these small little patterns play out, the machines also see that, and you're ahead of that by waiting for that area to get in and getting the alert when you need to get in at that level. And then from the point, you can always update your charts, and we're updating these charts too. So once you get let's say a move up into the target area, an email will go out and it'll send to you, and you'll know to get out of your thing. So it's really a good system for those out there who are even part-time traders who can't be in front of the computer all the time. It's a great another quality thing, or another characteristics of these stocks, are they're all quality stocks, meaning they all have great volume. They're well-known names. We try to stick to good, fundamentally sound and profitable companies. It really comes down to the what we call best of breed. We'd love to be in a good stock that has a great future, and take an opportunity when that gets in, or take an opportunity if it gets overbought. It's just all recognizing the levels, and that's what the HPS setup does for you. It automates it, sends you the alerts. I usually take these setups all the time. That's what the watch list is all about, and looking forward to getting that one out to you very soon, right after this. So that's the HPS site, and then again, going back to the thing, you'll see Trader View. That really represents a tighter window of but the object again that just breaks everything down to the live trade alerts, where I post all my trades in the video. It doesn't show you anything else. Video only, again, is another situation where you just get a pop-up video, and you can place it anywhere you want, and you can actually shut down the site. That way, if you're working on other things, you can just watch the market, which is kind of a cool little feature. Trade alert box is really of course, how I get in touch with everyone. And for those people who would trade along with me in the chat room and stuff, they can bring up the box. And you don't even have to be in the chat room. You don't even have to be on the site. You bring up the trade alert box, put it on there, trade with your, do whatever you're doing. And if there's any alerts that come in here, you could actually see the alerts get posted. It'll pop right up. Let's see if I can actually. I was going to throw one in there. Let me see if I can actually throw one in here fast and see what it looks like. I'm going over to this other. Here we go. All right, so you have it here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to 34. All right, this is the last trade of the day, it looks like. So I'm going to go to late live traders test of the live trade alerts. All right, I'm going to send it out right now. Let me see if it pops up here. Boom. Just pops up there. Gives a little pop. It gives a little yellow screen, and it just keeps you in touch. You could always, in case you miss something, you could just scroll back and stuff. These are just and if anytime we have a guest trader, they would be able to post in here too. So again, throughout the Friday, we really had a rock'em sock'em day. I mean, there was a lot of posts in there that you can go back and review. We started off by just kind of giving you a morning setup, and then I started posting all these trades. Celogene here, really one of the great setups, and again, this will be an example of something you might just see get posted here. There's a chart of Celogene, and it's just a fast little update saying, hey, you got to be in Celogene at this level. It's a combination of a trend line, 200-period moving average, oversold stats. This is a high probability setup, and this is where you want to get in. Now, for those out there who might be in Celogene with me, I have a little good news for you. Thank you very much. Celogene after hours on Friday here came out with some very positive third phase 3 results in one of their drugs, and the stock is up pretty big after hours. So I'd expect that one to be up pretty big on Monday, maybe even 4 points higher. So everyone should have a nice profit. Should open up around $95, $96. $75, $76, and that would give us a nice 4 or 5 point pop there. So that's a great example of that. And again, a lot of other links and posts go into this. One of the really good examples were, because I'm having a lot more time on Friday to work with you guys. Here you can see the Apple. We bought Apple here, and we sold it 10 points later on a nice little run. Again, continuing to update you on the Celogene and some of the other HPS setups that we're going to be on the thing. So I love the Friday setup. I really enjoy Paul on the mic trading the ES. We traded a lot of ES on Friday. I join him for a lot of the trades, and then we really concentrate on getting those charts out. So really good. We have a forum. Again, we talk about that. A good forum. We talk about news, analysts. Everyone has something in there. I have a day trader radar. This is a very important section. It's called the DayTraderRockStar Playbook. And these stocks, these videos, these are 5 videos right now. It's a series of videos I'm making specially for the members of the site. I posted them on YouTube. I'm actually going to take them down tonight, and we're going to kind of combine them as one of the first basic manuals of day trading radio. And these are really, when I talk about high probability setups and why we have such a good percentage of wins, we average about 80% win-loss ratio just on the stocks, on the setups alone, and that's really good for the market. So, and you know me, I every time we get into a position, it's usually based on one of these 5 positions, 5 setups. So when we get to, this is very important for the core of the methodology, and I'm going to keep this on the back end now. I'm going to be taking those off as a public. That's no longer going to be public, but that's again another good thing to have at your fingertips to be able to review what each setup is. It's a really good thing there. And then member blogs, as you as a member, you also you have your own little spot where you could be posting your trades, your analysis, your charts. And it's just a good setup there. And of course we have an event calendar and then some other things, and you can scroll down. We have all kinds of things just on the site that helps you along with your trading. All right, and as you can see during the trade alert, during today's action here, I brought up an important stock here, Costco, and again, high probability setups work on multiple time frames. So work on a 5-minute time frame for scalps, or to work on a 60-minute time frame for a swing, or even on the daily. So in this case, Costco here, we sent out the alert, bought 200 shares, 95.38. I sent out the chart fast, and which I like to do. Get that chart. Oop, that does look like it's a crash site there, but I did send out that chart. I'll actually show it to you on another. Here it is. Here's that chart that went out. Costco, and this is after the fact. I think the first chart that went out here, and I said, this is where you should be getting in. We followed up with it later on when we took profits, just to show you the progression of it. And I just want to touch base one time on this stock, because I am going to do just a little fast educational blurb on this. High probability setups are really based on certain setups. This setup really classifies itself into that video playbook as a trendline breakdown, trendline breakout, or a channel breakout with a 180 stochastic reversal. All right, and what that means is, and again, you can see the detailed video on the site, but basically you see that the embedded stochastics here showing really good weakness, and this is on the 5-minute chart. But even on the 5-minute or 60-minute or any time frame, when you recognize a channel because of certain things, it's a straight line, it's staying within a certain range for a certain amount of time, and then finally it breaks above, you could recognize that. You see how that works. In the case with the stochastics, use that as a good indicator to trade along with trends. And in a case with an embedded stochastics like this, I always look for a rotation. So you get an embedded stochastic, you can get a downward channel. Once you break out of an embedded stochastic and you move back up into an overbought stochastic, the next time we revisit oversold is a buy signal for me. That really represents what we call a 180 reversal, or a 180 return on the stochastics. It's really hard to guess where you're going to get the breakout here. Lots of times we use, again, certain other, kind of little keys, candlesticks. We always want to buy on the lower trend line. We always want to buy, when multiple time frames line up. Either case, this was a great level, but this was an excellent level right here, and this is the one where I actually sent out the exact alert right there. And this was based off these two little pivot areas. I was able to draw an underlying trend line, and the combination of that trend line and that first rotation of that 180 rotation of the stochastics was very important for me. Especially after you come out of an embedded stochastic for such a long time. And I know Rob the mailman was over today trading at the office, and I gave him a little lesson. That's why I have these lines up. I said, Rob, pay attention to when your stochastics get embedded for a while, because that first breakout and that first return, very rarely do you start to get embedded again. What happens is you get down into an oversold level and you bounce back up and you start to rotate back again. You start to get back into a rhythm. All right. So that's why I always take this trade, and this is an important trade. This is a playbook trade, and this is a trade I'll constantly take and bring to your attention. A really good setup. And again, it's really representing that 5-minute chart. You get overbought, and it is grinding up. And these are scalps, So you follow it up the best you can. You try to take profits. You always want to try to take profits. The thing is, with the motions of a trader, you're always afraid of leaving something on the table and it's going to run further, or you're going to, it's an emotional trade. But with the HPS setups, you don't have to worry. But try to not think about that, because just think about the next one that's going to set up. We know when they set up. I know when they set up. If we got a good setup, I want to let you know. So it's important to continue to hit those singles. Just hit singles. Singles. Don't have to get that pure dollars. You can get 65 cents. You get 45 cents. The best thing is just determine when you want to get in, why you're getting in, and why you're getting out, and try to take that emotion away from it. Not just be worried about letting it run, or this could be a home run. Just go to work, go to work and take care of business. And they will continue to show up, and I will continue to bring them to you. All right, so that was a good example of that. Now, again, these are all being posted throughout the day on the Friday. Not normally. Let me bring this back up here. And then I follow up with the, we're still riding Costco. I update you on Costco, and we took profits in Costco, and then I actually did I sent out another link on Costco, which you just saw, which really showed the breakdown. So hopefully, and that's, again, lots of the stuff I do send on Twitter on Friday. I don't usually do it during the week. We just keep things I don't have time. I'm on the radio. Things are moving real fast. But on Friday, I have a lot of time. So you can always follow me on DayTrading, at DayTrading Radio on Twitter. All right, so that's already 15 minutes into the video, and I have the HPS setups for you right now. So I want to get working on that. I want to actually I want to add that to this video, so I don't have to give you two. And then maybe in a little bit, I'm going to send out a educational video after that. All right, so let's start off with the HPS setups right now.